Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure. Yeah, so my name's Seth Lachele. I graduated very recently in May and just been looking to break into the field.
Okay. When did you know that this was the field that you wanted to work in?
A couple years ago, I was majoring in kinesiology with a minor in psychology. And after a couple life events, just realized that I wanted to be on the side of mental health treatment that approached more holistically through counseling, through talk therapy, as opposed to medicine, which I initially wanted to go for through psychiatry. But yeah, a couple years ago, just realized that I wanted to do psychology and approach with a more traditional method to mental health treatment.
And what are your greatest strengths and weaknesses?
So I'd say some of my greatest strengths are, interpersonal communication, being able to talk, in small group settings, one-on-one, public speaking even, just being able to speak in front of people, communicate with people. And I'd say one of my weaknesses is time management, just with a lot of tasks, a lot of uh, expectations. I feel as though I can get overwhelmed, but yeah.
And why do you want to work for us?
I believe that I want to work for you guys because what this company has is what I'm looking for. Uh, I believe that the skills and the aspirations that I have align very much with this company, and where I want to grow also aligns with how the company would like me to grow. And I feel as though I can play an instrumental role in our growth and achieve progress in my own personal ambitions.
Do you prefer working with a team or independently? And can you give me an example?
Of course, more so independently. I feel as though in more one-on-one interactions, more relationships that are interpersonal, I feel as though I can achieve more specific and exact results as opposed to more generalized results that can occur from a team. One-on-one, I feel as though I'm able to achieve more of an exact, catered, more subjective result that is more traditional with psychology and mental health treatment.
Okay. Can you describe a situation where you had to adapt your leadership skills to meet the needs of a team or a project?
Absolutely. So, as an orientation leader for LSU undergraduate, I was a sophomore, 19, 20 years old, handling large groups of 40, 50 students that were incoming freshmen. And at the same time of corralling this group of students for something as instrumental to their undergraduate experience as orientation. At the same time, there was also a counseling aspect in the sense of scheduling, in the sense of new college students coming to a place that they haven't been to before. There was a very much a counseling aspect to it that was interpersonal and conversational at the same time as handling 30 to 40 students per session. And I feel as though being very individualistic in the way that I approached those situations while at the same time maintaining control and facilitation over large groups of people was a good experience.
Good. How do you ensure clear and concise communication in a work environment?
By just that, by being clear and direct about communication, bringing up issues that are impactful immediately, not waiting for things, and not being afraid to approach coworkers or peers with problems, issues, or things that could develop.
How well do you think you operate in high pressure or stressful situations?
I think I perform pretty well. I've been in a lot of high stress situations throughout my professional and personal life, and I believe that in all of these situations, I've prevailed exceptionally well through direction of other students or through prevailing in my own personal life. I've had difficult situations that I've come out the other side confidently.
And can you give me an example of a time that you handled conflict?
Yeah, 100%. So as a student government official, I was a Greek ambassador in 2020 at LSU, and this was a funny year leading into um, quarantine, but beforehand, just in LSU's culture, with what Greek life was at, there was very much conflict between the administrative body of LSU and through the actual student body representation from Greek life. And as the Greek ambassador between those two, there were a lot of conversations that needed to be had between the two parties that I was involved in facilitating and mediating, and hearing out both sides and being able to translate messages to one another side without them directly communicating was an experience that was pretty challenging, but influential at the same time.
What productivity tools do you use to manage your time effectively?
Yeah, so I've been utilizing the tool. It's an application for iOS. It's Things. It's just the word Things. It's a scheduling application that allows you to, schedule your obligations, whether it be meetings or due dates or any other sort of work, family, personal obligation whatsoever. You're able to line up these things better than I feel as though a written agenda would do.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Seth.
Yeah.
I'll be in